5. How are we, lads? ProEnzo, Vidz, CJ MOXLEY. Alright, we're just walking in now with the Dragons and the Bulldogs come back. Atmosphere! The crowd is electric! Yeah! And gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Rugby League Breakdown Podcast, episode number 89 for your Thursday night, June 1st, 2023, 6:37 p.m. And as always, I'm joined by ProEnzo Vidz. ProEnzo, how are you, bro?
Yeah, bro, not too bad, but could be doing a bit better. Unfortunately, I picked up COVID, so hopefully, speed recovery by myself. But I'm a lot better now, obviously. But obviously, Origin was good yesterday, despite the Blues losing. But the podcast is back, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, well, it's obviously one of those things, isn't it? Origin, it was tough, very tough loss for the Blues. And for the first time on the Rugby League Breakdown Podcast, we've got special guest, Cody Games PlayStation. Obviously, CJ has fallen to a terrible hamstring injury. So we've got Cody coming off the bench. Cody, thanks for coming on, bro, for the first time on the podcast.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me on, Nick. It's glad to be on the podcast for the first time ever. Very exciting.
Thank you very much for coming on, too. It was extremely short notice. And I also just want to say quickly, we do apologise for the delay. We were 7-8 minutes behind schedule. The reason behind that, 3 minutes before we're meant to go live on air tonight, a fucking mouse came into my room and it was in amongst my clothes and it was death staring me like the Rango man did on the weekend. And I've just been trying to attack the little cunt with this tennis racket. So I don't even know where it's gone. There's a big chance it's still in the room. So if the mouse happens to appear, we may have to take legal force. But
live on YouTube, why not?
Hopefully it's gone. I don't want to see it ever again. But that's why there was a 5 to 7 minute delay, because of a little mouse in my room, and I'm not a fan of mouse, as I'm sure you guys can tell, because someone in the chat says buy a cat. All right. Well, guys, this is episode 89 of the Rugby League Breakdown Podcast. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel of ProEnzo Vidz and Cody Games PlayStation if you haven't already. Make sure you check out both their channels. Both channels are very, very world-class in my opinion. So make sure you check them out on YouTube. But yes, there is a little peasant, annoying little mouse. There's a thorn on my side. So hopefully it doesn't come in here. But wouldn't be surprised if it came back. But hello to the live chat. We've got Let's Go Bulldogs, Christian, Mouse 13 Plus. Luke Melbourne Storm fan, Rugby, Warriors NRL Fanatics, Viking King. We've got Will, Nathan Moore, SS Storm fan. Hello, everyone that's here. Warriors NRL Fanatics. Josh Rabbitohs 2023. Jason Reader. Apologies if I miss anyone. I'm just trying very hard to get to the live chat. It's going off. Jim the Chooks fan, hello. Hello, everyone that's here. Yes, Mouse 13 Plus. Look out. All right. Fellas, let's get into the podcast. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yes.
And we're going to start off topic number 5. And obviously, last night was State of Origin 1. We're going to give our thoughts on Origin. Now, obviously, me, Cody, and Warriors NRL Fanatics did the Origin review after the game ended last night, and we were on there for about an hour and 20 minutes. It was a really good review, actually. Really enjoyed it. ProEnzo, I'd love your take on the game as a New South Welshman. What were your thoughts on Origin 1, bro? And what can New South Wales do to improve for Game 2?
Well, I got to say, I was pretty disappointed with the effort. I thought some areas, with the team we had, I would have thought that we would have pushed Queensland and potentially won the game, because I think our team was on paper mainly better, in my opinion. Just some bad decisions by some of the players during the game. Like, I mean, there's obviously some bad individuals out there, but just, I guess the team in general just wasn't good enough. Like, got exploited on the edges too many times. Queensland carved us up through the middle. You know, I was a bit surprised to see guys like Payne Haas have a quiet game. You know, and I mean, Coruscant was good, but I think he needs a bit more help out there. Guys like Luai, Toto, and I guess Frizzell weren't too bad, but I think the disappointing one was obviously Tedesco, and he needs to look. He'll be picked again. There's no doubt about that. He'll be picked again, given another shot at redemption. But the way he played last night, it's not a way we're known to how we see Teddy actually play. So hopefully Game 2 bounces back. But in all honesty, Queensland were the better side, and makes it tough for us now to go to Brisbane and play them there.
Yeah, no, well said. Well said. And Cody, obviously we spoke about it last night about the Blues and some of the changes that they need to make, but you've had almost 24 hours to reflect on it now. Is there anything else that you would change from New South Wales last night?
No, just like ProEnzo just said, I'll definitely agree. I think last night was a bit out of the park for New South Wales, especially Tedesco. Like, very miserable, and that's not like of him. He's better than that.
Yeah, look, I thought Tedesco was really poor last night, and we've all spoken about Tedesco, and I just want to say this as well, and to all the marks out there, to all the morons that want to come out and say, drop Tedesco, blah, blah, blah. If you want to drop Tedesco, you might as well just stop watching rugby league. Tedesco has earned his jersey over his time in New South Wales. He's the Blues captain. Just because he has one bad game doesn't mean you drop him. Go back to Origin years ago, Queensland, the likes of Jonathan Thurston, Cameron Smith, Cooper Cronk, Billy Slater. If any of them had one bad game, they would never drop them. Would never, ever drop them. So it's just crazy, all this Tedesco beat up. Tedesco has earned the right to get redemption. He has earned the right to bounce back. And he is the captain of New South Wales. So it's a bit cheap for some losers online to say drop Tedesco. It's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. If our captain Tedesco is having one bad game, well, why don't we all get around him for Game 2 and cheer him on, and hopefully he bounces back.
Well, yeah, the more logical thing that would be the more logical thing to do that. But yeah, I don't know. He'll be kept, as I said, he'll be kept in the team for Game 2 as he should be, as he's the captain. And a guy like Tedesco can easily turn around his bad form. But yeah, he was obviously our worst player on the field last night. So if anything, he's going to be a lot better than what he was.
Yeah, he's got to be better. I mean, there's no question about it. He was really poor last night. And, a lot of the great Origin players, a lot of the great legends of the game, even some immortals have had bad games. And, they deserve a chance to bounce back. So we'll see how Tedesco goes in Game 2. And Tedesco is the sort of player, fellas, where doesn't usually have, I don't know what happened to Cody. I think it's connection. We'll get him back on. But Tedesco's the sort of player, he never has that, 2 bad games in a row. So he should be back, right? He should be back.
Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully for the state he is.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for us, Game 2, to win in Queensland. Suncorp Stadium, Caxton Street, all the chaos that comes in for Queensland. Do you think New South Wales can win game 2, ProEnzo? It's going to be bloody tough.
They can, because I think we're good enough to win game 2 in Suncorp. But look, if we had to win one game of State of Origin for this year, it was obviously game 1. Game 1 we had to win, and we had the best opportunity to win it in Adelaide, but couldn't do that. So going out to Brisbane, where the Maroons have all the momentum, it's just like it's very tough now.
And the only change that Queensland will probably make is that Gilbert is out with an injury, so they're probably bringing Kurt Capewell, which is such a good replacement, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, good replacement.
Definitely.
I know, Lorenzo, we spoke about this last night on the chat there, but you seem keen on Olakau'atu. Would you throw him in off the bench maybe?
Yeah, I think his impact would be a lot better than Hudson Young's. Hudson Young obviously deserves Origin and an opportunity, but I think after last night, it just wasn't really the debut for him. And I'd like to see Olakau'atu be a bigger body, have an opportunity in Origin.
Cody, would you be happy if Olakau'atu was thrown in for the Blues off the bench or even in the starting side?
Yeah, I definitely think he will definitely be a good fit. Most likely, possibly on the bench.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm just reading the live chat. Everyone's saying I should be 18th man. Trust me, I wouldn't last 10 minutes on the field right now. If anything, I should be the coach. Put me on the fucking coaching staff. Hashtag, how about this? Hashtag NFA to be on the Blues coaching staff. How about that? And I'll guarantee you, you will get more out of last night than what was actually given last night. So get me in there. But look, I'll tell you what. There's a few players that I would drop, boys. I would drop. Okay, obviously Latrell will come back in for Stephen Crichton, so that's a no-brainer. I think Pango Jr. gone, Hudson Young gone, and look, I love Nico Hines, but I don't think he's the best utility player that we've got. So I think Matt Burton on the bench, and you bring in Campbell Gillard and Finucane. I think everything else is fine. Start Paulo and Ken Murray in the back row as well, but that's what I would do. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, boys?
Yeah, I think obviously Latrell being back would help us. I think also, look, in my opinion, the Cook needs to be there. David Cook, I think he really needs to have an opportunity. Yeah, back in the Blues team. I think, I know people say he's too old, and obviously he's not good enough anymore, but when he plays in big moments like Origin, he often steps up. So I think if he came back into that Origin arena, he'd kill it. And especially be a do or die sort of game down, game 2. I think he'd be great for that series.
You think I should put him on the bench or should I start him?
I'd start him personally.
Start him.
And Coruscant, what happened to Coruscant?
Either bench or leave him out, I think.
Oh, wow.
That's a huge call.
I think we need someone that's been there, done it before.
See, look, I thought Coruscant was actually pretty good last night, but he did look really tired towards the end. So I can see where you're coming from. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. Anything else in the game, boys? I just want to mention Adelaide Oval. I think they did pretty decent for what they could do over there. It's a neutral venue. They had 48,000 people there last night. It's obviously it's a dominated AFL area and basketball and a little bit of A-League as well. But you guys think South Australia worked all right for rugby league for Origin?
It's for me. It's a bit too far, too oval shaped to watch the game properly from there. It's a nice ground, but not rugby league. I don't think.
Yeah. If they had their own rugby league stadium, maybe it would look good.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cody?
Yeah, I don't think it would work. It's too much. Like ProEnzo said, too much of an oval. If they had a rugby league stadium, it definitely would have worked.
Yeah, no, I think so as well. I think they did pretty good for what they could do in Adelaide. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad. And I just, York, mate, you're going to the sim in for 5 minutes, bro. Stop trolling in the chat. All right, let's move on now. Probably number 4. And obviously, Newcastle don't play this weekend. Obviously, they've got the bye. But last week against Manly, Kalen Ponga was moved to fullback. And obviously, Ponga's been playing 5'8" all season, and he's had a few terrible concussions and whatnot. But Kalen Ponga, should he stay at fullback for the Newcastle Knights, ProEnzo Vidz? What do you reckon about KP?
It's such a tough call because I think with Lachlan Miller there and how good he has been so far this year, but just now he's sort of flopped, and that's why he's lost his spot at fullback. But I don't know. I think Ponga is a great fullback when he's on, but I think now with the risk of him just getting more concussions at the back and start taking the run-ups and stuff, like tough runs, it's just, I don't know if it will work long term. Like at 5'8", if he was doing okay there, I thought, but yeah, obviously fullback's his best position, but it's hard to know where he'll even play because I think with Lachlan Miller still being an option, they can't leave him out for too long. And like, where's Will Price going to play next year? He'll be either 5'8" for fullback, so they're going to have to do something. So if Price does play 5'8" next year, then Ponga needs to stay at fullback. So I reckon keep Ponga there, but I don't know. It's just that, can he avoid getting another concussion there? That's the only question I have.
What do you think, Cody? Ponga at fullback or 5'8"?
Yeah, it's a very tough call, honestly. I would probably prefer to keep him at 5'8" and then have Lachlan Miller back at fullback.
Yeah, wow. Why is that?
I know his preferred position is fullback, and yes, he had a bit of a nasty concussion for the last couple of weeks, and he's been playing very decent. In the 5'8" position, being one of the better Knights players. In that defeat.
You know what? I think this is the easiest decision that Adam O'Brien's going to make of his coaching career. Leave Kalen Ponga at fullback. I think it's his best position. You leave him at fullback. He's comfortable there. Yes, I know he's had a few concussions in the past at fullback, but he's had like 3 concussions in the first half of this season at 5'8", so he's obviously struggling in the 5'8" role. I think there was one game earlier this year where I think it was against the West Tigers. He got knocked out in the first play of the game. First set of the game, and he's had a couple of nasty concussions. The one against the Warriors in round 1, the Tigers game. And there was another really bad one there somewhere. Can't remember who it was against. And then he came back against the Cowboys. And then, I think Ponga's going to stay at fullback. I think next season, when they get Will Price from the Huddersfield Giants, Will Price will go to 5'8", Ponga at fullback. And look, I know Lachlan Miller's been doing a pretty good job there, but I reckon the last month or so, Miller's been a bit off his game. Lachlan Miller on the wing, perfect. Obviously, Dominic Young's leaving, and he's going to the Roosters next season. How about you put Lachlan Miller on the wing, and you go Ponga at 1, Miller on the wing, and then you go Price at 6. And then just for the rest of this season, what I would do, fellas, KP at 1. I would put what's his name? Lachlan Miller on the wing. Greg Marzhew drops out for now. He gets better as the year goes on. And then you play Gamble at 6 until next year when they get Will Price.
Yeah, maybe. But I think Marzhew needs a spot somewhere. He's too good to leave out.
Well, what about jersey 14 for Lachlan Miller?
I don't know. It depends who else you have there. I think Miller's a starter, or you leave him out, I reckon.
Can Lachlan Miller play 5'8"? That's what I want to know too.
I think he can, a little bit.
I
here and there.
think so.
I don't know, man. They just got to do something about it. If Lachlan Miller can play 6, maybe do that. But I just think Kalen Ponga has to stay fullback. He's had 2 or 3 concussions so far this year, and we're right on the halfway mark of the year right now. So it's a tough one, boys. It's a tough one. But anyway, I think Ponga should stay at fullback. But boys, what about next year? When they get Will Price, does Will Price go straight to 5'8", or does he go to fullback, What happens there?
Hope 5'8". I think that's his best position out of them two positions. So 5'8".
Yeah, probably he'll go to 5'8".
Yeah, yeah. And for those of you that are not familiar with Will Price, he plays for the Huddersfield Giants in the Super League. He's coming over to the NRL. He's the son of Super League legend Leon Price. And trust me, I've got a big rap on Will Price. He's a fullback 5'8". He's a very classy player. So, look, I think next year Ponga plays fullback, right? No matter what.
Yeah.
Should.
Surely. Topic number 3. Jason Ryles. Well, apparently he's come out and he's declined the Dragons' head coaching position. This was a little bit of a surprise to me. I thought he was going to go there for sure. They were talking about a 4 to 5 year deal. Things just haven't worked out for whatever reason. Maybe the Dragons' board are to blame. But the Dragons have failed to get their man. Ryles has apparently declined them. ProEnzo, this must hurt the Dragons.
Well, he was their number one man. Like, the Dragons wanted him as their first priority coach to target, and now he's come from behind and has said, no, I don't want to go there. So that hurts the Dragons and it hurts the club that really wanted to get him there. But from what I heard, I thought the 4-year deal from the Dragons was about locked in, but obviously Fox again making up fake stories as always. So none of that was true. They signed already. So, but yeah, that's a big blow. We can now actually say no to the Dragons and not going to them next year to coach. So yeah, I don't know who coaches there now, but yeah, obviously Ryles wants to go to Melbourne. Better opportunity there. Maybe after a while he'll take over from Bellamy and be the head coach there. Who knows? But yeah, it really hurts the Dragons. And you know what? I can't blame him, to be honest. Dragons are rabble, and it's a fair call by him.
Yeah, so Jason Ryles obviously has done his apprenticeship over the years. Obviously spent time in Melbourne, spent time over in the UK, spent time at the Roosters where he's currently at. And it looks like he's going to be heading back to Melbourne as an assistant, and then he'll take over Craig Bellamy when Bellamy eventually decides to stop coaching. Oh, it just sucks for the Dragons because they have tried very hard to get the signature of Jason Ryles. I know he's a rookie coach and it is a gamble, but fuck, man. This is one that they must feel sick about. What's your thoughts on this one, Cody? Jason Ryles declining the Dragons.
Yeah, I was surprised about this. I thought, yeah, he used to play for the Dragons and he would definitely be the next coach, but he's gone back to Melbourne as an assistant and he'll be the head coach after Craig Bellamy. So I can't blame him, but with how the Dragons are at the moment, especially with what's happened with their major sponsor.
We'll get into that in just a moment. We'll get into that.
Well, not related to that, but I think it's a huge call for him not to go to the Dragons. They're in all sorts now. That's for sure.
It's sad to see because, like, Shane Flanagan apparently said he wasn't interested in the role. Now Jason Ryles is not interested. Whoever does end up as the Dragons coach, they have a big job on their hands. The St. George Illawarra Dragons have not played finals football since 2018. So we're just going on 5 years now. So it's so disappointing. So disappointing. Who the fuck's going to coach them? I know there's rumors about Des Hasler. There's rumors of Dean Young, Ben Hornby. There's plenty of names going around. Who should be the Dragons' next coach? I don't know where they go now. Like, Lorenzo, we spoke about it a few weeks ago. We spoke about Ryles, Flanagan. They both said no.
I have a feeling they're going to pinch Dean Young from the Cowboys. I think he'll actually go there. I reckon he'll return back home to the Dragons. And I think just because he has that connection with the club and he's been there before, I think he obviously knows a lot about the area, knows what the Dragons are about. Maybe it's time for him to have a head coaching role, maybe. But But yeah, I don't know. I think it's between him or Ben Hornby. I reckon one of them will go back there.
Personally, I think I reckon the Dragons should look at John Morris.
Yeah, that'd be a good. That'd be a good sign.
Yeah.
I'd go John Morris, and the reason I'd go John Morris is because when John Morris was coaching at Cronulla a couple of years ago, in the 2 years that John Morris was head coach, he was able to get the Sharks into the finals. Yes, they did go out the first week, but he got them to the finals. So I believe John Morris as a head coach would be best for business, and I think he can rebuild the Dragons team. And if you have a look at the Dragons, they haven't got the worst team in the world. Obviously, a lot of them are very young, but if you're given the opportunity to coach young kids like Tyrell Sloan and Jaden Sullivan and young Amone and all these sort of players, and you've got great leaders there, the likes of Ben Hunt, Jack DeBellin, and you've got some really good young kids in the Feagai brothers. It would be a really nice young group to coach. You just got to get the other parts of the game right, the fundamentals. You've got to get that part right. And I think John Morris, I think he's the perfect man for the job. I really do.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good shout, I reckon.
What about you, Cody? Who do you reckon they should go after now?
It's a tough call because I don't know that much with the Dragons, but yeah, I'll definitely go with John Morris. Definitely agree with you, Nick.
Has this been talked about? I swear to Jesus, look, if they do go with Des, it's definitely his last chance, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a backwards move, if anything. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah, he's old Des. I don't know if it's the modern game that he's not getting, but I don't know. I think Jason Ryles or someone like a Dean Young or a Ben Hornby would be perfect.
I think so.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, while we're on the Dragons, what about this stuff about the sponsor, St. George, threatening to walk away from the Dragons? They've been the Dragon sponsor for 40 odd years. They're making threats to walk out.
Well, it's just a state of the club at the moment. That's how the club's running, and big sponsors are going to walk away. Sponsors are going to stop supporting the Dragons, and I guess helping them out with as a club. So losing St. George is their biggest sponsor too, I think. So that's going to hurt them just as much as it hurts the supporters.
Mate, honestly, I honestly can't believe it.
Rabble, absolute rabble, Dragons.
Absolutely.
How do you? Yeah, so at the end of next season, the St. George sponsor will be leaving the Dragons. Like, how can you fuck that up? Honestly.
Well, it's the Dragons, so I'm not too shocked.
You know what? In my opinion, there needs to be a full investigation into the Dragons board, man. Their board's a joke.
Yeah, it has to be, I think.
Yes.
We've spoken about it in the past, and the mess the Dragons are in at the moment, and it's obviously sad to see because, in my opinion, the competition's a lot better when the Dragons are playing well and they're going well. But this whole sponsor thing, where it's horrible, horrible.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Like the Dragons, right? They are the St. George Illawarra Dragons. If St. George isn't on their sponsor on the jersey, it's just going to look so weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a whole mess, just a whole mess in general. The club needs to find some sort of way to rebuild and get better. It takes a while, I think.
Yeah, I've gone through coaches. I've gone through, I've had the likes of Paul McGregor, fucking Anthony Griffin, unbelievable. Now this, a mess. What a mess. Hopefully the Dragons get their shit together soon. Topic number 2. Now, Cody, this topic's definitely a close one to your heart because obviously you live on the Central Coast. Should we have more NRL games at Central Coast Stadium? Now, obviously, this weekend we have an NRL game at Central Coast Stadium between the Roosters and the Bulldogs, Sunday at 2 p.m. And surprisingly, there's only one game this year at Central Coast Stadium, which I'm disappointed about. I reckon there should be more NRL games there this season. But Cody, obviously, I'll start with you on this one. You obviously live at Gosford. Should there be more NRL games at this venue?
Yeah, there's certainly should. Like we always, every year at least, we get 2 to 3 games up here every year.
There's
I mean,
more.
yeah, sure. It's not you can't hold like more than 20,000, like Combank or Allianz or a core, but it's definitely a great ground to go to, and it's not too far away from Sydney, really.
It's not sort of spot. 2 hours on a train, or what? An hour and a half?
About if you're going from Gosford to say Central, about an hour and a half, hour 40,
Pretty
That's
good.
all right.
something like that.
That's not too bad considering Gosford's a very nice place. But there needs to be more games there, guys. Like, just my opinion. You've got obviously there's no NRL team on the Central Coast, but Manly used to play games there when Brookfire was getting redone. South Sydney used to take a few games every year. The Roosters are doing it now. There needs to be, I reckon, 3 to 4 games every year. There needs to be more games.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
ProEnzo?
definitely.
ProEnzo, what do you reckon?
Yeah, no, definitely. There should be more games been taken there. It's a nice stadium. I've been there a few times myself, and I can tell you right now, it's a stadium that's worth holding a bit more than one game per year. It's definitely a 3 to 4 game max, yearly stadium to play at. So I hope, I hope we take another game there soon because obviously Manly played there many times before. So hopefully, next year or something like that, we have another game there. It's a beautiful place, Gosford, and the stadium is very nice.
Yeah, look, I think, I've never been to Central Coast Stadium before. It looks fantastic on TV. You've got the highway behind it, which is, I think last year there was Roosters and Dragons game there, and a fan stopped the traffic, got out of the car, kicked the footy back over onto the ground. That was really cool. But no, we need more games there, boys. It's clear as day. It's a nice stadium. They can fit 20,000 people there. It's a really nice venue, and I think South Sydney, the Roosters, and Manly should all take at least one game there a year. I think it's great for the game.
Yeah, I back it.
Yeah, back it.
I back it as well. And all our champion in the live chat with the $3 super chat. If my computer wants to load with it, give the coast what they rightly deserve. Yes, I agree. The Central Coast, obviously they should have more games there. And boys, you got to remember too, a couple of years ago, during the pandemic thing, the Warriors were having a few games there. So maybe the Warriors should take one game there a year as well.
Yeah, maybe. I do remember that.
Why the hell not? I think we all agree we need more games at Central Coast Stadium, without a doubt. If the Cowboys get a match down there, I'm going to try and attend it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, be a Rabbitohs first Cowboys at Central Coast Stadium.
No, not the Rabbitohs. We'll get killed. Nah. All right. Topic number 1, a topic that I didn't want to talk about, but I think we have to talk about it. We are now practically at the midway mark of the season. We're pretty much halfway through the season. Obviously, with round 14 this weekend and 27 rounds is how many we're having this year. So this is basically the midway mark. And the question needs to be asked. who has been the most disappointing team so far this year? Now, there's a few clubs that you could name. The Cowboys would be one of them. The Roosters, the Bulldogs, the Eels. They're probably the three that you'd probably look at, or the four. But I'll start with you, ProEnzo. Who has been the most disappointing team at the halfway mark? And, who is it?
Yeah, look, it's got to be the Cowboys. Unfortunately, I think they were expected to do so much good things this year, like make top four, win a premiership potentially, and most of their players would have been backing up from how they played last year. But yeah, for some reason, there's a big decline in their form this year. I mean, I sort of saw it coming, but the Cowboys just should have been. I mean, I knew they'll struggle and not be the same as like last year, but just being 16th on the ladder now, that's a real shock to me. They don't look like a team that would finish that low either, so it's a bit strange to see them struggle that badly. So, I mean, hopefully the Cowboys do start playing some good footy soon, as they do need to start getting some wins if they any hope of making the 8 still. But as of right now, the Cowboys for me are the most disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah. What about you, Cody? Who would you say has been the most disappointing team so far?
I'll have to agree. It has to be the Cowboys. I mean, finishing in the unexpected top 4 finish last year, preliminary final finish, and now they're in the bottom 4 at the moment.
Yeah, it's tough. It's been a tough start to the year. I'm not going to write the Cowboys off for finals, though, because if you have a look at the ladder, we're on 10 points, 5 wins, 8 losses. We're 2 games from 8th, but we haven't even had a bye yet. So if you give us a bye, we're 1 game from 8th, which is not bad. You got to go to the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys have been the most disappointing. Pains me to say that. We have been very disappointing. We finished 3rd last season. We're in the bottom 4 at the moment. But like I just said, and I want everyone to remember this, because everyone always see, the thing is, people will listen to this. It will go through one ear and it will go out the other. They won't get it through their head. The Cowboys are 2 games away from 8th. But if you give us a bye, we're 1 game outside the top 8. So it's so disappointing. I'm fucking frustrated. I know we've had injuries. I know we haven't had a full squad for a while. We're starting to improve. We're looking a bit better. The Parramatta game was good was pretty good the other night. We probably should have won that game. We're getting very close to full strength. I think next week, this week, if the Origin players back up, I think we've only got 1 player out. So we're getting close to full strength. But we got to win this weekend. We got Melbourne on Sunday up there in Townsville, and it's a big game. It's a fucking big game. We got to win that. 5 and 8, it's not good, but the Cowboys are the obvious choice, most disappointing team. But what about the Roosters? Fuck, they've been disappointing as well. The Roosters, haven't they, boys?
Yeah, the Roosters. They're another one. I think most people would have expected them to be like in the top 4 at this time this year, and their decline is just as worse because they were expected to be the benchmark of the competition, like Penrith, but for some reason they have been just as worse. I mean, I hate the excuse of them having injuries because there's no real injury concerns amongst that team from what I see, apart from a few players that they can replace. But the Roosters just for some reason league points and their attack seems very stable too. So whatever Robertson's doing there, it's just not working.
Yeah, well, look, based off my ladder prediction, the Roosters are going to be up there. I mean, I had them finishing 1st. They're currently 10th. Like, what? What's going on there? And then you got, obviously, Parramatta. They were in the grand final last year, and they finished 4th, and they're currently 13th. Parramatta have been disappointing as well, boys.
Yeah. Well, they're another team that was expected to do big things this year, but didn't really live up to it.
Have the Bulldogs been disappointing? I know a lot of us had them in the top 8 at the start of the year. I'm included in that. I had them 7th. I know they've had a lot of horrible injuries. Obviously, Kickout's been out. Fox was out for a while. Holy fuck! The mouse!
Oh.
Fuck!
Oh, it's
Fuck!
there.
Oh no.
We saw this coming, Cody? We saw this coming.
Yes, we did.
There we go. The mouse is live on YouTube.
Fuck me!
It's
Where
back.
the fuck did the water cunt go?
Is it only one?
Yeah, it's
It
one
went under
only.
the bed.
Oh, thank goodness.
I've done the bed, he said. Fuck.
It
I
went
wonder
under
how
the
a
bed.
fucking mouse got in the house.
It literally went under the bed.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no. Oh, well,
I
some
reckon-
entertainment
I
for
reckon
the fans, I
it's under
guess. Some entertainment. Oh. The racket. Where is it now? Where is it?
Where's it now?
I don't know where it went, but I'll
Fuck.
be watching it. How did he even get in? Yeah, he got me fucked.
A little surprise to me too.
Anyway, what the fuck were we saying?
Yep, Bulldogs.
Ah, right. Yeah, the injuries, and they've had kick out a lot for a lot of the time this year. But have the Bulls been disappointing?
Well, yeah, I mean, they were expected to be in the top 8. I didn't have them there, but they were expected to be a bit better than what they are right now. But I guess they are a bit disappointing with who they've signed, like Kickout, obviously, but he's been injured, so you can't really say his injury's been the reason why they're struggling. But I don't know, they've still got a good enough team with full of good players there. It's just, for some reason, they don't gel properly, and they've been very disappointing as well.
Yeah. No, I've actually I've been disappointed with the Bulldogs. I thought they would be a lot better than this. I know they've had injuries, but every club's had fucking injuries, so it's hard to use that excuse. But I don't know. The Dogs are a weird one. They're obviously 2 games outside the 8 as well, or 1 game out of the 8, or whatever. But with the signing of Reid Marnie, the signing of who else they signed? I signed a heap of players. Marnie, Kickout, and
Ryan Sutton.
who? Ryan Sutton. They should be a lot better. 13 injuries. Yeah, they've got injuries, but every team's got fucking injuries. The Cowboys had pretty much the whole 4-pack out at one point. I wasn't making the excuse. So, it's a tough one. Next year, lads, watch. I hear that every year with the Bulldogs. Every year, this is our year. Oh, this one. Oh, hang on. This year we'll make it. Oh, no. It'll be this season.
New
Every
quote.
fucking year with the Bulldogs. I'm sick of backing them for top 8. Next year, they're not going to make it either.
Well, I'm glad I didn't back them for the 8 this year.
Boys, I've said this 1,000 times. Until the Bulldogs go out and get a genuine halfback, they won't make it.
Yeah, and then an organiser, better than Flanagan or someone.
They need a genuine halfback. If Matt Burton plays fullback, plays halfback, they're not going to make it. I don't know. Anyway, but I think it's obvious that the Cowboys and the Roosters, and probably Parramatta have been the most disappointing. He says Kyle, no, he's not the answer. Sorry, bro.
One
Not
day.
the answer.
One day.
Maybe in 3 years, but not right now. All right, time for the podcast game show. Let's get into it. This is going to be a good one tonight. The Breakdown Podcast Game Show. For the first time, we've got Cody Gas Space Station involved on the game show. Cody, are you nervous?
Hell yeah.
Well, I wonder if the live chat will be cheering you or ProEnzo tonight. It'll be interesting to see what they all
Probably
reckon.
Cody. No one backs me for some reason. So
It's like Lorenzo's this horrible fucking villain every week.
who knows? I don't get
All right.
it. I don't get
Well,
it.
we've got the odds in here via nickbet.com.au, and we've got ProEnzo at $2 odds Cody Games PlayStation, $69. Jesus.
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 Oh my god.
$69.
Fuck. Thoughts, Cody?
I'm not surprised, honestly. I mean, great number. Why not?
$69 odds for Cody Games PlayStation to win tonight on the Breakdown podcast. Unbelievable.
Crazy.
All right. Just reading the live chat here. Someone was Viking King said he was timed out. It sure as hell wasn't me that did it, Viking King. So maybe talk to the moderators about it. But the Breakdown Podcast Game Show, everyone in the live chat, you guys know the rules. If anybody in the live chat reveals the answers to the questions, you will be banned for 5 minutes. If you do it again, you'll just get blocked. It's as simple as that. ProEnzo versus Cody. First one to get 3 questions right is the winner. Fellas, are you ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Go.
All right.
Let's
Question
do it.
number 1. Where are the Newcastle Knights on the NRL ladder?
13th.
12.
Cody's correct. Good start, Cody.
What a guess.
Fuck. Cody 1-0.
Good start.
Good start, Cody.
That was a warm up.
To warm up. 1-0. Cody with a good start, and everyone in the live chat's getting around Cody as well. Wow.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Everyone's cheering on Cody. Lorenzo thoughts.
Oh, I'm not too shocked, to be honest.
Actually, you know what, Lorenzo? What's your opinion on the live chat right now?
No, it's their opinion. I'm not too hurt by it. It's their call, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Next question, fellas. Where are the Dolphins on the NRL ladder?
7th.
5th.
7th is incorrect. 5th is incorrect.
6.
Instead of first.
6 is correct, but I don't know who the fuck was first.
I swear. First.
Oh, see, I don't know which way to go here. He's both said it pretty quick.
New question, I guess.
Probably new question, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure who was first out of these two. All right, new question it is. New question it is. I don't know. It's tight. All right, next question. All right. Hey, what's the score? It's 1-0, isn't it? 1-0.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Fellas, in round 15 of the NRL, the West Tigers versus who?
Raiders.
Penrith.
Both incorrect.
That's this week.
Titans.
Who?
Titans.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I thought round 15 was this week.
No. Next Thursday night, it's Gold Coast versus West Tigers at Seabus. Who the fuck puts
I'll skip that game,
on?
thank you.
Who puts that game on a Thursday night?
It was like last year all over again.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Choke first, here we go.
In round 22 of the NRL, the Penrith Panthers play a Saturday night game against who?
Melbourne.
Incorrect. ProEnzo.
Round 22, Bulldogs.
Incorrect. Cody.
Dolphins.
Incorrect. ProEnzo.
Cronulla.
Cronulla's correct.
Fuck.
It's a Saturday night 7:30 game at Penrith Stadium.
Interesting.
2-1. Look out.
Pressure's on.
Big finish coming up here. All right. Next question. Fellas, in round 19 of the NRL, the Cowboys play who that weekend?
Not me.
Bye.
Who?
Bye.
Fucking hell, nailed it. Correct.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
That was a trick question, Nick.
That was a fucking guess and a half. 2-2. Last one wins. Next one wins. Holy shit. That was a good guess.
Decider.
All right.
On the side.
In round 21 of the NRL, the Bulldogs play who that weekend?
Tigers.
Incorrect. Cody.
Dolphins.
Incorrect. ProEnzo.
Souths.
Incorrect. Cody.
Warriors.
Incorrect. ProEnzo.
Brisbane.
Yes, correct.
Fuck.
Just did it. Oh, just.
ProEnzo wins it 3-2.
Yeah. Sorry, live
Damn.
chat. Sorry, live chat. Anyway,
Hashtag Cody was robbed.
Oh, robbed off one question, but nah, good game, Cody. Good game.
Yep, great game, ProEnzo.
Great game. Really, really competitive and very entertaining.
Oh, I
All
suck,
right.
do I, Viking King? Wow.
Viking King, fuck off. No, I love
I
Viking
know you. I know you suck, Viking King, but what am I?
All right, fair enough. All right, guys, let's get into the round 14 preview. We'll go through the games and give out tips for the weekend. And it all kicks off on Friday night. Obviously, the West Tigers versus Canberra Raiders out at Campbelltown. Who do you like in that one, boys?
I've got the Tigers 1-12.
Wow, big one. It's an upset. Cody, who do you like in this one?
Yeah, I'll go the Raiders 1-12.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go the Raiders 1-12 as well. I think Canberra will win. I think it'll be close, but I think Canberra can beat the Tigers Friday night. Super Saturday, the 3 o'clock game over at Massmart Stadium in New Zealand. It's the Warriors versus the Dolphins.
I reckon Warriors 1-12.
Yeah. Cody?
This one, it's a very tough call, but I'm going to go to Dolphins 1-12.
I'm going to go the Warriors 1-12. I think it'll be another close one there on Saturday. Warriors to beat the Dolphins. Saturday, 5:30 up at Seabus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast. Titans and Rabbitohs, Cody.
Obviously, back my boys to win. Bunnies to win 69+.
I like it. I like it a lot. CJ, ProEnzo. Fucking CJ, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, nah, South should be too good. South's 13+.
South 20+. They'll win easy. Gold Coast don't stand a chance. Blake Tapper's going to kill them. Saturday night, 7:35 p.m. from Shark Park in Cronulla. Probably the game of the round, boys. Sharks versus Broncos. Top 4 clash. This should be a beauty. Who do you like in this one, guys?
Well, yeah, it's the Broncos' first time playing at Shark Park since 2019, so 4 years in the making. But I'll go the Sharks here 1-12. I think they'll be a bit too good at home.
It'll be a good game. Cody?
Yeah, this is the Broncos' second time down in Sydney this year since the Penrith upset. So I'll go to Sharks and win 1-12 in a very tight contest by 2 points with a 2-point field goal.
Wow. Someone tried telling me the other day that the Broncos have not lost an away game this year. I think that's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
No, they haven't. They haven't.
Oh, they
So
haven't.
I'm going to go to Sharks. Sharks 1-12. And wouldn't be surprised if it went to Golden Point, boys.
Yeah, it could. It really could.
Yeah, we could.
Sunday afternoon, 12 o'clock, Central Coast Stadium at Gosford. Roosters and the Bulldogs. This is another tough game to tip.
I reckon Dogs for the upset. I think Bulldogs 1-12.
Yeah, wow. Are you, Cody?
Well, before doing my tipping video early in the week, I was going the Dogs, but I actually changed my mind because Addo-Carr's not playing. So I'll go to Roosters to win 1-12. And I also will be attending this game, believe it or not.
Nice.
How good.
Nice. Have a good time at the game, bro. That'll be a good atmosphere.
Yeah, I will. I'll just hate on both teams because I hate both of them so much. And there will also be a vlog for it as well, so stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to go the Roosters 1-12. Absolutely no confidence, though. I think it'll be close. All right. Sunday 4:00 in Townsville, the mighty North Queensland Cowboys, who are about to make a charge for the top 8, up against the Melbourne Storm.
Storm 1-12, I reckon.
Pain.
Sorry,
Cody,
Nick.
who do you like in that one?
Going for Melbourne 13+.
Oh, fuck. Don't say that. Fuck.
So sorry, Nick.
Another rage, another broken fan incoming. No, I'm only kidding. No. Cowboys 1-12. I think we'll bounce back and we'll be beating the Melbourne Storm on Sunday afternoon. Cowboys by like 8 points. And the final game, if you want to stay awake for this game, be my guest. But if you want to have an early Sunday night for work on Monday, this game is for you. Sunday night, 6:15, Panthers versus Dragons. Good Lord.
Well, all the Panthers players will be back for the team on Sunday too, backing up. So yeah, it doesn't help Dragons. I think the Panthers 13+.
13+, yeah, probably. What about you, Cody?
Yeah, Panthers 13+. Dragons don't stand a chance.
I'm going Penrith by like 40 points. I reckon I have a huge win. I can't see the Dragons going close here, boys. So Panthers by plenty.
Yep.
All right. That's the tips done. The game show done. The topics done. Boys, it's been a great podcast, ProEnzo. As always, my man, it's been good as always. And Cody, thanks for coming on for the first time, bro. You've been a good guest for the show.
And no worries. Thanks for having me on, Nick. It was a pleasure to be on the podcast for the first time ever.
We'll get you back for sure. Get you back on again for sure. ProEnzo, thank you as always.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Good episode, and bring on the next one.
Bring on next week. And someone just wants to know quickly who you got in the women's Origin game tonight. Now, I don't really give too much shit about Origin, the women's Origin, but just a prediction, I will go. What time does it start? Well, 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
I don't even know what time. Hang on. I think it's before that, boys. Oh, it's on in 10 minutes. I have no idea, but I'll just go New South Wales girls, I guess, and I don't know, fucking Millie Boyle will score first. Fuck if I know.
Fair enough. Yeah, hopefully we win.
I couldn't give two shits, to be honest. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up episode 89 of the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the West Tigers Canberra Raiders live reaction. Until then, guys, take care. See yous in the next one.